Hey guys, welcome back to TCG Bros. Tonight we're going to be going over a future Dark Magician deck profile, a deck that's kind of neglected here, as I do a lot more with the Blue Eyes deck profiles than Dark Magician, but tonight that's going to change because the new Dark Magician support is dope, and you can make some broken plays with this build. I haven't seen very many like OCG upcoming builds like this so far, but I have seen a couple online. So this may be similar to a few others out there, but this build is solid, and rank 7 is my favorite. So if it's level 7, get into the Big Eye and Dracossack and all that kind of stuff. That's the kind of decks I really like. So let's just go ahead and do like a quick run through of the deck profile here for the main deck, and then we will talk a little bit about a couple of card effects and just try to keep this video a little bit short tonight. So we've got our triple Dark Magician. We have 2 Magician and Black Illusion, 2 Dark Magician Girl, 2 Elemental Hero Prisma, 3 Magician's Rod, 3 Magician's Robe, 3 Dark Magic Attack, 2,000 Knives, 2 Dark Magic Curtain, 2 Magical Dimension, 2 Illusion Magic, 3 Dark Magic Circle, 1 Bound Wand. I think this card I'm going to swap out, but this is just one of those one-off things I just smacked in there because I saw it online. 2 Dark Renewal, 2 Black Illusion, 3 Magician's Navigate, and 3 Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul is broke, and so is Dark Magic Circle. That card is the bomb. So let's talk about a couple of card effects real quick. Magician of Black Illusion. First off, that artwork is sick. I love that artwork, and it appears this card plays a little bit like Blue Eyes' alternative White Dragon, but it's not quite the same. So this card's name becomes Dark Magician while it's on the field. You can only use each of these effects of Magician of Black Illusion once per turn during your opponent's turn. If you activate a spell or trap, you can special summon this card from your hand. So normally you'll end up chaining that to something you activate on your opponent's turn, and it's pretty awesome. And once per turn while this card is face up on the field, if you activate a spell or trap, you can target 1 Dark Magician in your graveyard and special summon it. Also a sweet effect. Next we'll talk about Magician's Rod. When this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 spell or trap card that lists Dark Magician in its text from your deck to your hand. And that's a really unique monster effect right there, because I don't think there's ever been a card before that says if it lists and then gives us a name in its text, because that's a really, really broad spectrum, and it would only work if it's like a specific monster name like that. But continuing on, during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap card while this card is in your graveyard, you can tribute 1 spellcaster type monster, add this card to your hand. Next, we have Magician's Robe. During your opponent's turn, you can discard a spell or trap, special summon 1 Dark Magician from your deck. During your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So, another pretty good card. Another one of the newer ones is Illusion Magic, and it's tribute 1 spellcaster type monster, add up to 2 Dark Magicians from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So that's kind of like the Melody of Awakening Dragon for Dark Magician, and I think that's pretty sweet. And finally, I think this and Eternal Soul, it's between the two of those, but I think these two are the 2 like biggest support cards for this deck. It is insane. When this card is activated, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You can reveal 1 Dark Magician or 1 spell or trap card that lists Dark Magician in its text among them and add it to your hand. Also, after that, place your remaining cards on top of your deck in any order. If Dark Magician is normal or special summoned to your side of the field, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and banish it. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. The reason this card is mega broke is because when you're chaining effects on your opponent's turn, you just start banishing a lot of stuff that they are special summoning, and it gets really hard to like outmaneuver that card unless you take it off the field. It's a pain. Next, we'll talk about Magician's Navigate. Special summon one Dark Magician from your hand, then special summon one level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck. So that can also pull out your Dark Magician Girl, and it can pull out your Magician of Black Illusion. And if you control a Dark Magician except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up spell or trap your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of this turn. Another great effect, and we'll finish off the main deck talk with Eternal Soul. You can activate one of these effects. You can only use this effect of Eternal Soul once per turn. Special summon one Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard, or add one Dark Magic attack or 1,000 Knives from your deck to your hand. All Dark Magicians in your monster zone are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. If this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. So, it's got the one setback at the end that's not very good, but at the same time, if you add Dark Magic attack or 1,000 Knives off this card, you have the potential to blow your opponent out in one shot, because, like, with the Reign of Pendulum and everything, imagine if you've got, like, 3 back row set and nothing can negate, 1,000 Knives, or not 1,000 Knives, a Dark Magic attack. What are you supposed to do against that? I mean, that's insanely powerful to search out a Dark Magic attack or 1,000 Knives. I think that's busted as can be. And we'll note one card from the extra deck that's new. Ebon Illusion is banned in the TCG. You can't use it in a duel. But Ebon Void looks like it's going to be playable. And Magi is also unplayable in the TCG. But if you're playing this deck right now, you're only going to be able to play in the OCG format. So that's why they're in here, because I've been testing in the OCG format. So if you take those 2 cards out, this card should be like future tournament legal. Ebon Void Magician, 2 level 7 spellcasters. While this card has Exceeds material, you can activate quick play, spell, and trap cards from your hand during your opponent's turn. Can you say broken? But you must attach 1 Exceeds material from this card to activate them. If this Exceeds summon card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or this card you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 Dark Spellcaster monster from your hand or deck, then destroy 1 card on the field. So, this is a crazy amount of support, and I'm not sure how we're getting this support in the TCG, because I know Shining Victories is carrying all of our Blue Eye support, but I'm not familiar with the set that's going to host all of this, but my gut instinct tells me some of these cards are going to be in the upcoming movie, number 1, and I bet this set follows closely after Shining Victories, because I think it'll be like a reignition of the very, very first Yugi versus Kaiba dueling. And if Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon comes to the US as a movie promo, Blue Eyes legitimately has the potential to be tier 1. And if this deck gets support that rivals it, both of them will more than likely outpower anything else in the entire meta. They're that good when you put them together. So if you want to see the Blue Eyes deck profile I have, that's kind of like an upcoming build like this one is, so I'll put a link on the screen for that. But make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks for watching. Make sure you test this out and let me know how it goes for you guys, and I'll catch you later with some more Yu-Gi-Oh videos.